Do you guys have an endless pile of loose ends, scraps, all that kind of stuff from projects that you've started, finished, and then you have leftovers and you just don't know what to do with them? If that is the case, then this is the video for you. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys certain scrap projects that I have done, some do's, some don'ts, some different methods that I have done, and yeah, just give you some inspiration to make sure that those leftovers and scraps do not get wasted. I'm Jessie of Crochet by Jessie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, and let's get into it. You guys, I have so many scraps just in my yarn stash. They've accumulated so much, and I don't know if you're the same as me, but I feel really guilty getting rid of leftover yarn because I just think I can use it for something. And if you're like me and you want to have that mindset, you want to use the leftover yarn, but you don't know how, I have a few different ways, methods, all of that. I can show you guys projects that I have finished, inspo that I've seen from other creators, the whole 9 yards. The first thing though that I would like to talk about is just how to use your scrap yarn, because there's lots of different methods that I have done personally. So I'm going to go through all of the different methods, and then I'm going to show you the projects that I have done and what I would like to do. So looking at the combinations for scrap yarn, there are several different methods. The methods that I have followed so far is either one, attaching all of your yarn and creating a scrap yarn cake. And for me, I just use all the strips, I tie them together using the invisible knot method, I get it into my yarn winder, wind it up as a yarn cake, and then I've got it set aside. And I really enjoy this because I feel like you're going to have a way that's going to have no real crazy loose ends if you're just colour changing as you go along. If they're all pre-attached, then it's just going to be less hassle for you in the long run. It may seem like a lot of work at the time, but yeah, from first-hand experience, it's worth it. These projects can be really good for bags, for hats, for lots of different things. I feel like a scrap blanket would look absolutely gorgeous if you just don't know when it's going to change colour as well. And if you did it using like totally like half double crochets or something like that, I just feel like it would look really gorgeous. The second idea with putting your scrap yarn together is one that I really enjoy, because I don't know if you guys are similar to me, but I feel like I overthink the colour combinations when I'm trying to put my scrap yarn together. And this second method really takes away all of that effort, and I feel like creates really good results that I would not have been able to do firsthand. And that is, so you create your first scrap yarn cake, create 2 of them, and then use both of them at the exact same time. And the way that works out so nicely is, well, all your scraps are going to be different lengths, different colours. You're not going to know what colours go together, which ones it's going to transition into, because it's going to have like colour A is going to continue whilst colour B may potentially shifts depending on how much yarn you have. And I feel like for me, who tends to overthink my colour palettes quite a lot, and I love doing that, but if you want a more carefree project, and I feel like the worry of scrap yarn, trying to put all of it in a way that you're happy with and organise it, that's chaos. That's going to go a bit crazy. So not having to worry about that and having results that are absolutely stunning that you yourself probably wouldn't have put together. You're learning some, and you're broadening your horizons of really good colour combos. And I feel like that serves really good inspiration for future projects as well. A third way of using your scrap yarn, and this is yet again using a scrap yarn cake, so there's a bit of a trend there, is having a scrap yarn cake and then a solid colour cake. And the reason you do that is just because I feel like it makes it more cohesive for the project. So if you've got white yarn, I love using white yarn to go with scrap yarn. I use black yarn as well, cream, but honestly, you can use any colour, it is just your preference. And I just think, yeah, having that like cohesive nature with your project where you've got all of the scrap yarn you're using, but just one colour that's consistent, I feel like that can look really effective too. The final way that I have seen scrap yarn being used, and that I have started to do myself but not finished, I will admit, is making scrap yarn granny squares. And I feel like that's such an amazing but kind of overlooked way of using your scrap yarn, because for the most part, unless you've got tiny ends and you've literally got absolutely nothing of the yarn left, you would be able to make at least a round of a granny square using it. So I've seen some amazing creators do that, and I will talk about them shortly and show you some of their photos, because like their project looks absolutely gorgeous. But I think it's a really amazing way, but it doesn't even look like the project is using scrap yarn. So I think In comparison to the other 3 ideas, I feel like I kind of enjoy the thought of this one the most, just because you've got a project that is going to look very intentional, even if it wasn't. So I'm going to be showing some examples of that later, and I have actually started to make a project like that myself. But yeah, I feel like that would be a really, really awesome way to use your scrap yarn. As I talk about scrap yarn granny square projects, I would love to show you these beautiful images of a lovely crochet creator who I am going to tag in my description. They went and did a crochet scrap project using all of their scrap yarn to make a granny square blanket, and they did it throughout 2024. And I feel like that's so fun because it's a way to manage all of your scrap yarn, have gorgeous results, and it's worth it because it's a long haul project. You're not going to feel like you're drowning in scrap yarn. You're just going to do it as you have leftovers from each project that you do. So I feel like that's an amazing idea. And if you guys are like me and you end up with a mountain of scrap yarn, maybe do a project like this as you go along. Leading off to another route and projects that I have not done myself, but I feel like would be absolutely gorgeous. I love the scrap yarn bags that I've seen. I'm going to try and put some images here of what I find, so fingers crossed that I find some good ones that I guarantee whenever you try to find them you can't, and they come up on your For You page when you're not trying to find them, so wish me luck. But yeah, I feel like they work so nicely, and if you've got, you can get some really colourful results. And yeah, it's just, I like it when it's effortless, when you put loads of colours that you wouldn't usually put together and you end up with a really amazing result that you wouldn't have thought of yourself. So yeah, that's definitely on my bucket list to do this year. I really want to get some more scrap projects done and under my belt because yeah, I feel like it's fun and it's an effective way of making sure that I'm making the most with my yarn and that there's no wastage. So now that we have talked about how to use the scrap yarn and what methods I do or I've enjoyed and that I want to continue to do, here are a few of the projects that I have created using scrap yarn. And yeah, I'm really excited to talk you guys through it, what I did, how I did it for each of these projects. So here is project number 1. This is a scrap yarn beanie that I made. It's very bold, very colourful, not my usual colour palette, but again, it's just something fun and funky to make. So this beanie was made using 2 separate scrap yarn cakes. So that's one of the ideas that I mentioned to you already. So using 2 scrap yarn cakes at the exact same time, so I wouldn't know what colour combos would end up together, how it would look, all of that. And I feel like that's just a really fun way to start a project, kind of being in the unknown and not knowing how it's going to look like when you're doing it. And I feel like a lot of crocheters tend to really know what their project is going to look like from A to B. So having a bit of mystery is really fun with certain projects. It works up really quickly. I was able to use up so much scrap yarn in the process of making this, which was absolutely great. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. As well as that, I have made loads of blankets using scrap yarn. So I'm just going to show some of the 6-day star blankets that I've done. So I've got this one here, which is using 2 colours at the same time for my scrap yarn, the same as my beanie that I've just shown you guys. And that one was really fun. It worked up really quickly because obviously it was chunkier. I'm using 2 lots of acrylic yarn at the same time. That one was really fun again because I didn't know what colour combos were going to go together. The other 6-day star blanket, this one here, is really fun because this was one of those projects where it was actually a scrap yarn project, even though it doesn't really look like it. I fully acknowledge that. And I really enjoyed that because I had a little bit more yarn left than I'd say maybe, it's a bit more than scraps, but also equally not enough for it to be like a really big roll in a blanket either, or a larger project. So I just got loads of different colours that I thought would look nice together, and then I would just add it here and there, choose how many rows. Oh, I want to do 1 round, I want to do 2, just kind of go back and forth with it and just use up the yarn and keep an eye on how much I had left as I was going on, but knowing that it wasn't going to last for a full project, but still trying to create a cohesive project together. And yeah, I was so happy with how it turned out. That is one of my favourite 6-day star blankets that I have ever made, one of my favourite blankets to be honest in general, and a lot of people really enjoyed the colour palette, so I feel like people will be surprised to know that it was just me messing around and using just some ends that I had from projects. I don't think I have any projects or photos of projects where I use just the single block colour, so just the white yarn as well as the yarn cake at the same time with all the scrap yarn. So I won't necessarily be able to give you a visual of myself. If I find anything on Pinterest or online, I will show you guys here. But I feel like it's such an underrated kind of combo that you can have with it. It's really fun. And yeah, so that's just another thing I'd recommend. I feel like that would look great with beanies again. And bags as well. I feel like it would look really nice with bags. And going back to the scrap granny square ideas, so I have started to make some myself. I will try and get some photos if I do have some in my camera roll. It's very much a project that I kind of go back to as and when, because I have other projects that I'm currently doing that are currently on my whips list. So it's definitely at the bottom of the list, but it's just kind of fun to go back to as and when. And yeah, I just think that it's so fun to do. You get such sleek results. I want to make a giant scrap yarn granny square blanket. And I've also seen amazing creators as well who are using just like one colour just to put on the edge of all of them. So you'd need obviously a lot of yarn for that, but if everything else is scrap yarn related and you just have colours for borders and just to outline your blanket, I feel like that goes together so nicely. If you guys have been crocheting for quite a long time and you have got some of your own scrap yarn projects that you have done, then please do let us know. Give us some inspiration in the comments below, because as always, everyone is so creative in their own unique ways, and I guarantee you guys will have ideas that I've not thought of and that others wouldn't think of as well. So do share your crochet wisdom below, because it is so worthwhile and you can inspire someone for their next project. If this is the first video of mine that you guys have seen, or you keep coming back and you're just not subscribed, then please do consider subscribing, because it means a lot. It means I can continue to do these videos, which I absolutely love to do. And yeah, I have everything and anything crochet related on this channel, a little bit of everything. I have so much fun doing it, and I love getting to share loads of crochet content for you guys, giving you tips, giving you inspiration and everything above. I'm also really excited to say that members for my channel will be coming very, very shortly. There are tier systems. For now, I'm probably going to start with the lowest tier, and my plan is it's going to be early access for all of my videos. You'd get them 24 hours in advance to everyone else. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, and I can't wait for you guys to see the next video. Thank you very much for watching as always.